Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to my channel for another Hot Toys ACGHK 2025 figure preview video. Before we get started, I want to say a massive thank you to Ryan Kirkwood for coming out with me in person to the convention and for snapping these awesome high-res pictures. Seriously, show Ryan some love in the comments below because without him, this series literally would not be possible. Now, if you're looking to pre-order your very own copy of Bank Robber Joker 3.0 now, I think this is their third attempt, either the Artisan one or the Sculpted Hair one, I've popped a link or a couple of links to Pop Collectibles in the description, along with the discount code Justin's Collection, for 5% off your order if you decide to buy from them. When you're pre-ordering Hot Toys figures from Pop, you can either pay the full amount right up front, or leave a deposit and fix up the balance when the piece releases. As always, do your own research, make sure you're comfortable before buying. If you're heading down to the description, why not hit that subscribe, bell notification icon, and join button, so you're notified as soon as brand new DC content goes live. Bank Robber Joker 3.0. Artisan Sculpted Hair. We'll be talking about both in this video because they had both on display. 2014 is when the 2.0 came out. 11 years ago. It'll be 12 by the time this releases, but that's crazy. Like, it's been so long since we got a Bank Robber Joker. This look is kind of iconic, and not many companies are touching it. Now, they're starting to make Bank Robber Joker again, but I don't know why it was only the purple coat. Yes, that's the most iconic look for Heath Ledger's Joker, but the first time we see him on screen was in the Bank Robber outfit and doesn't get touched anywhere near often enough. Anyway, in terms of accessories, so much stuff. Stacks of money. We've also got the Glock and we've got his shotty, then the smoke grenade with the purple string coming out the top, the real metal loop on the end of it, and in the pre-order listing, they specifically mentioned newly sculpted hands. I don't think that's the case. I think the hands are actually reused from Purple Coat Joker, at least most of them. They're just painted or cast in black plastic versus purple. The wrinkling looks fantastic, the stitching is beautiful, super fine leather grade texture, but I believe they're reused, so I don't know why they're saying they're new sculpts. Some of them might be that's how they get away with it, I don't know. It doesn't really matter at the end of the day. I just found it interesting is all. Same thing with the metal card. They give you a stand at least, not like what they were doing with those Star Wars coins, so you can display this, but do you want to? Do you want to display a random metal card next to your Joker? I don't think I'm going to, but you know, it's in the box if you want it, if you get the correct version. The money, the bills scattered around the base, then the Joker playing cards. It sets the scene, and that's how I would describe this base. It's a scene base. It's not quite a diorama, it's not a full environment. It's heavy reuse from the Artisan Joker / DX32, the sculpted hair one, but they've added a new base topper to it, and we've got some extra little set dressing bits and pieces. However, there was a table in the promo pics, and they decided, even though they heavily featured that stupid table, Joker hiding behind it, Joker setting up the bag on top of it, there is no table included. Why, in the promo pics, would you feature a table that isn't going to come with the final piece? Don't do that. Hot Toys, in your promo pics, you should only be showing stuff that comes with the actual figure. Anyway, we get a switch out head sculpt, which is a good thing, because now you don't have to put the mask over the Artisan sculpt and potentially ruin the hair. We've got moving eyes, both with the mask sculpt and the normal sculpt as well. But the real bonus with getting a switch out masked head sculpt is you can take the new Bank Robber Joker sculpt and pop it on your Purple Coat Joker. So say you didn't get the Artisan one the first time round and you were kicking yourself because you missed out, grab the Artisan Bank Robber Joker, upgrade your Purple Coat figure with potentially a superior head sculpt anyway, then use the masked head on the Bank Robber Joker. You've got two complete figures, no problem. The outfit, the tailoring is sharp as. The shoes look brilliant, the sculpt, the paint, the subtle weathering. And the bagginess for the suit. It's not overdone. Doesn't look too big for him, but you can clearly tell that it's an off-the-rack suit. It's not like his custom purple jacket look where everything is beautifully form-fitting. This is just baggy enough for it to look movie accurate. And he comes with a separate mask. So if you've got him displayed without the mask on, he can be holding it. You don't have to rip the mask off that secondary head sculpt or anything like that. A masked head and also a separate mask for him to hold on to. The jacket, quite a thin material, but oversized so that the sleeves come down past the edges of the gloves so you can't see any wrist pegs. That's also a win. And the color of it, very close to what we saw on screen. Unfortunately, I never owned the 1.0 or 2.0 Bank Robber Jokers. I've got the Daft Toys one, a third-party outfit set, and it's fine. This looks so much better. How sharp everything is. The buttons, I love that they're doing faux but realistic looking buttons now. No more little metal studs glued onto shirts and jackets and whatnot. They've got sculpted buttons with the X stitching sculpted into the surface so it looks like they're real 1/6 scale buttons stitched in place, but in reality they're just fake buttons glued onto the surface. It's the little details, the stuff like that that sets these pieces over the top for me. No mention of a wired collar though. They've only ever done that once, with Purple Coat Joker. This being an Artisan figure, I thought they would also do that here, but potentially not. It helps shape the collar around the base of the neck. I love wired collars. It's something that I want to see as standard going forward, not just for Artisan figures, but any releases wearing suits. Really, it makes a big difference. Is the suit jacket wired? I don't know. Are the lapels wired? I also don't know that. We'll have to test all of these things when this figure releases. The Glock will be sculpted plastic, but it'll have a moving slide and a removable magazine. This is likely reuse from their previous Jokers. No need to reinvent the wheel here with the pistol. We've got this mold so many times previously. Let's discuss the Artisan head sculpt first, then we can move on to the sculpted hair head. This head sculpt is peak 1/6 scale Heath Ledger Joker. I was already in love with DX32/33. That head sculpt was glorious with the switch out tongue. I mean, so unique. But this one, just a little bit of a smirk. You can see one side of the mouth is just sitting up higher than the other. It looks exactly like Heath as Joker. The fullness of the face, the thinning look for the hair, they have finally nailed the look of Heath Ledger Joker's hair in 1/6 scale. Various companies have tried it. They've tried multiple times now. We had the Imposter Joker Batman one, then the Purple Coat Joker, now this piece. This is the best one out of the three to date for me. Yes, this is the prototype. We'll have to wait and see how it shapes up when it gets released. I'm hoping it looks 90 to 95% like this does, then I'll be happy. If there's a bigger drop than that, we'll be having an entirely different conversation. But as it stands right now, you'll see the sculpted hair in just a second. I reckon it's rooted or bust. Just the hairline, the makeup along the edge there, how they've feathered the edge where you can see some skin tone poking through, making it look like he is thinning, and they nailed the look of that hairline, how it kicks up at the top on the right-hand side, how curly it is, how it sits over the top of his forehead and is exactly the right length around the back. They have done their research and they have spent so much time and put so much effort into making this head sculpt the best 1/6 scale Heath Ledger sculpt that I've seen to date. It was actually painted by a custom artist known as Heisei Studio, Heise Studio on Instagram. They make the best 1/6 scale Heath Ledger sculpts on the market. And it was very clever of Hot Toys to reach out to them to paint this because, I mean, you could see it, yeah? The sculpted hair head is still brilliant. Like, it's the same face, but the hair, it doesn't look as good as the Artisan one. With some of the previous Artisan figures, people were saying, hey, now I prefer the sculpted hair head. It looks better than Artisan. You don't have to mess with the hair. This time, I'm not sure if people are going to be saying the same thing. The little curly strands, they look convincing, but nowhere near as realistic, as lifelike as the Artisan hair version. The little strands are PVC plastic, so you will be able to heat them up and almost reshape them, restyle them. That piece that sticks out on the right, I don't love that. It seems like a mistake. It could be. They might adjust that when this goes into production, but how big and boofy the hair is at the top, the shape of it, looks a little blocky, a little geometric, and that's throwing this piece off for me. So I've already said it, but one more time. The Bank Robber Joker 3.0, for me, it's Artisan or bust. Let me know what you think down in the comments. Do you prefer sculpted hair, or are you going Artisan like me? If you'd like to pre-order either version, I've popped some links to Pop Collectibles in the description, along with the discount code Justin's Collection, for 5% off your order if you decide to buy from them. As always, do your own research, make sure you're comfortable before buying. If you're heading down to the description, why not hit that subscribe, bell notification icon, and join button if you like the sound of seeing your name in the end credits of my reviews. Like, comment, and subscribe. We'll catch you in the next video.